Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to my 1985 replay in Season Ticket Baseball. Tonight, we are at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, for a National League East matchup between the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets. Neither one of these teams coming in with too good a record, but let's see where we're at, as I'll let Excel load up with my standings file. And actually, I need to get my drink as well, which I will do that next. Phillies come in with a record of 3-5. They're second from last. Mets are a game ahead of them at 4-4. And I will go get my drink before we go too much further. The fans are also filing in for us, and we're expecting a sellout tonight. So what say we get down to the mound and get right into the action. Starting pitcher tonight for the Philadelphia Phillies is some guy by the name of Steve Carlton. You may have heard of him. 1-8 with a 3.33 ERA. 92 innings pitched, 48 strikeouts, 53 walks, and 6 homers in 1985. And as usual, I will see you guys at the bottom of the first. With the rest of the Phillies taking the field to get loose, we will take our first look at the Mets starting lineup. Leading off tonight for the Mets, we've got Mookie Wilson in center field. Kelvin Chapman is at second base. Keith Hernandez is at first base. Gary Carter's catching. Darryl Strawberry is in right field. George Foster's in left field. Ron Gardenhire's at third base. Rafael Santana is at shortstop. And our starting pitcher, Dwight Gooden, tonight needs a pitcher batting card. And leading off the game for the Mets is Mookie Wilson. 276 average, 6 homers, 26 RBI in 85. We are using red, white, and red dice. Phillies are the home team. Carlton will look in and get the sign from Virgil. He will set fans at Veterans Stadium on their feet. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is going to be a 537, so we're going over to the first baseman. First baseman for the Phillies is Tim Corcoran, and that's going to be a base hit into right field to start this game. Wilson with a speed of 4, he could try to challenge the right fielder's arm. The right fielder's arm is gross. He's got a 6 arm, and Wilson will be content at first base with the single, and we, once Digital Diamond catches up, are underway at Veterans Stadium. Infield will move to double play depth, as the batter now is Kelvin Chapman. 174 average, no homers, 7 RBI in 85. Wilson is not going to do anything. Carlton got a very good hold rating. Chapman will get the sign, or not Chapman. Carlton will get the sign from Virgil. He will set, and here's the pitch. That is a 462 against a lefty. 462 is going to be a ground ball right back to Carlton. Carlton will turn, fire that to Samuel at first. Samuel makes the relay to Corcoran at first. That is in time, and that will be a 1-6-3 double play. 2 outs in the inning. Stadium cheers. Yay! Two outs, and Keith Hernandez now is the batter. 309 average, 10 homers, 91 RBI in 85. Carlton will get the sign from Virgil. 2 outs in the inning. Fans at Veterans Stadium liking what they see on that double play. Carlton will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is going to be a 156 coming off of Carlton's card, a 156. That will be a 2-out walk, and Hernandez will be on to extend the inning. Gary Carter now steps into the batter's box. 281 average, 32 homers, 100 RBI in 85. Carlton knows a mistake here could end up far in the seats. Carlton will get the sign from Virgil. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 503. We've got a rare play here with 2 outs. Let's see what happens with the rare play. 314 says, batter walks on a close pitch and the catcher is ejected for arguing with the umpire. So that'll be a 2-out walk. And Virgil is going to get tossed. The Phillies have another catcher. Look at that. And coming in to catch as Virgil gets tossed already, we'll stop in and catch up with chat as Philip Anderson now joins us here at Veterans Stadium. Yes, Philip, I did find out about Oakland's record. I have Oakland, actually I have the spreadsheet right here. I have Oakland at 3-6 so far in the replay. So that's where I've got Oakland at. I did tell you I was going to check that, and I did. Anyway, the Phillies need a new catcher as they've already gotten their starting catcher ejected. As coming in to catch for the Phillies, let's see, he was hitting 7th. Okay. Hold up. I got to figure out how I want to do this. Cancel that. Let's see, how do I swap? I'm trying to figure out how I swap him in catch. Oh, is it probably based on position? No. At the second slot in the lineup. Oh, I think I see how I do it. Still not how I do it. Okay, I think I got it figured out now. There we go. Sorry for the delay. Digital Diamond was being a little bit difficult as Doug Hunt now joins us here at Veterans Stadium. Just in time to hear that John Wockenfuss is going to take over as the catcher after Virgil got ejected for arguing a close pitch. Let's see, that should be, oh right, I never did finish adjusting the bases there. And coming up to bat for the Mets now is another batter Carlton needs to be very careful with. That would be Darryl Strawberry. 277 average, 29 homers, 79 RBI in 85. Carlton will get the sign from Wockenfuss. That is going to sound really weird all night. I apologize for that. Carlton will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 240. Carlton against the lefty, 240. And Strawberry is going to get frozen by a curveball for strike 3, and that will retire the side. Two walks and a single, but the Mets are not able to do anything with any of that. Score is now New York 0, Philadelphia coming to bat. Starting pitcher for the New York Mets is Dwight Gooden. 24-4 with a 1.53 ERA, 276 and 2/3 innings pitched, 268 strikeouts, 69 walks, 13 homers in 85. As the rest of the Mets get loose behind him, we will take a look at the Phillies starting lineup minus one change we've already had to make. Leading off, we have Juan Samuel at second base. Jeff Stone is in left field. Greg Gross is in right field. Mike Schmidt is at third base. Von Hayes is in center field. Tim Corcoran is at first base. John Wockenfuss now is catching after Ozzie Virgil got tossed. Steve Jeltz is at short. And Steve Carlton is, of course, our starting pitcher. This should be a pretty good pitcher's duel tonight. And I will see you guys in the for the top of the second. Leading off for the Phillies, we have Juan Samuel. 264 average, 19 homers, 74 RBI in 85. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is going to be a 239. Samuel against, or no, that's going to be Gooden against a righty. 239. And that's going to be Samuel's going to swing through a changeup for strike 3 for out number 1. One out, and the batter now for the Phillies is Jeff Stone. 265 average, 3 homers, 11 RBI in 85. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is going to be a 152, and 152 is going to be Stone getting frozen by a slider for strike 3, out number 2. Batter now for the Phillies is the right fielder, Greg Gross. 260 average, no homers, 14 RBI in 85. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set, here's the windup, and here's the pitch. That is going to be a 310. 310 is going to be a fly ball into left field. Foster will get under that one for the Mets. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Phillies here in the bottom of the first. We are scoreless after 1. Stopping in to check in with chat real quick. You have the Phillies at 2 under 500 at 3-5, as do I. So we will go back in for the top of the second. Leading off for the Mets in the top of the second, we have George Foster. 263 average, 21 homers, 77 RBI in 85. Carlton will get the sign from Wockenfuss. He will set, here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 6:15 sends us over to Veterans Stadium. 6:15, we'll see Foster swing through a changeup for strike 3 for out number 1. And Ron Gardenhire steps into the batter's box. Longtime manager of the Twins, if I remember correctly, back in the early 2000s, I think. 179 average, no homers, 2 RBI in 85. Carlton will get the sign from Wockenfuss. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 184. That is going to be a wild pitch, ball 1. We will do that again. This time it's a 405 against the lefty, and Gardenhire is going to work a walk out of that at bat. That is already the third walk Carlton has given up tonight. He may be having some command issues tonight. Stepping into the batter's box now as the infield goes to double play depth is Rafael Santana. 257 average, 1 homer, 29 RBI in 85. Gardenhire, not much of a threat to do much on the base paths. He will stay put. Carlton will get the sign from Wockenfuss. He will set. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. That is a 158 coming off of Carlton's card, and that is his 4th walk tonight. Wow. command issues tonight for Steve Carlton. Dwight Gooden now the batter. Of course, no individualized pitcher hitting stats on the pitcher cards. And the Mets are very tempted to lay down a bunt here. This seems like a very good time for a bunt. Let's see, Gooden has a bunt rating of a 7, and they are going to lay down a bunt. So Gooden is going to lay down the bunt, but Carlton will still get the sign anyway from Wackenfuss. He will set, and here comes the pitch. Or actually, that's the bunt rating. So a 7 plus 13 is 20, and that'll be a good sacrifice, as everybody's going to move up. Gooden will be thrown out, and there's 2 outs in the inning. Once I get the... Okay, we'll say he hit it. We'll say that got bunted in front of the catcher, since Digital Diamond is yelling at me to provide a base runner. Wilson now stepping back into the batter's box. Wilson has a single. A good opportunity here for the Mets to get some runs out of this. Carlton has been looking a little bit shaky tonight. He will set. He will get the sign. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is going to be a 595. That's over to the right fielder. Right fielder for the Phillies is Gross. And a 595. That is going to be a bases clearing double. And the Mets get on the board first. Gardenhire and Santana will both score. Wilson will end up at second with the double. 2-0 in favor of the Mets. Stadium groans. Ugh. Okay. Batter now is Chapman. Chapman tonight, actually, let me finish getting this updated. Chapman grounded out into a double play his first time up. Carlton now watching all those walks coming back to haunt him. He will get the sign from Wackenfuss. He will set, and here's the pitch. That is a 375 coming off of Chapman's card. 375 is going to be grounded over to short. Picking that one up for the Phillies is going to be Jeltz. He will make the play, and that will retire the side. But the Mets strike first. 2 runs on 2 walks, 1 hit, and a sacrifice hit. And the score is now 2-0 New York as we get ready for the bottom of the second. Excuse me. I'll touch in with chat real quick. And not more than a chance for the Mets, Philip. The Mets actually strike first. They're in the top of the second. Gooden will finish up his warm-up tosses as Mike Schmidt will step into the batter's box to lead off the bottom of the second for the Phillies. 277 average, 33 homers, 93 RBI in 85. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 454. Schmidt against a righty with a 454. And Schmidt's going to lead off the inning with a double into center field. He could try to extend that based on the center fielder's arm. Center fielder for the Mets is Wilson. He's got a 1 arm. Schmidt with a 2 speed. Ooh. Tempting play, but I think the Phillies are going to hold Schmidt at second base. Very tempting play if you're the Phillies. But they're going to be content with Schmidt at second as the batter now is Von Hayes. 263 average, 13 homers, 70 RBI in 85. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set, and here comes the pitch. 282. That'll come off of Gooden against a lefty. 282 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Getting under that one for the Phillies is going to be Gross. Oh no, getting under that for the Mets is going to be Strawberry. He will make the catch, and that's out number 1. Helps if I look at the right card. Let's make sure Digital Diamond doesn't do something stupid like send Schmidt over to third. Nope. Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure about that. Stepping into the batter's box now is Tim Corcoran. 214 average, no homers, 22 RBI in 85. Gooden trying to work around a leadoff double. He will get the sign from Carter. He will set, and here's the pitch. That is going to be a 446 Corcoran against a righty. 446 is going to be grounded right in front of the plate, and the only play Carter's going to have on that one is over to first. 2 outs in the inning, and Schmidt will make third on the throw. Two outs in the inning, and John Wackenfuss now steps into the batter's box. 162 average, no homers, 2 RBI in 85. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set. Here's the kick. Let's make sure we update that to 2 outs at the top of the screen, Phoenix. Now Gooden will set, and now here comes the pitch. That is going to be a 428. Wackenfuss against a righty with the 428. And that's going to be a 2-out walk, and the Phillies now have runners at the corners with 2 outs. Batter now is Steve Jeltz. 189 average, no homers, 12 RBI in 85. Gooden in a little bit of a jam here, but he's 1 out away from getting out of it. Can the Mets get him? Can they get that out? Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set, and here's the pitch. That is a 217, which will be Gooden against a switch left. 217 is going to be a ground ball over to second. Picking that one up is going to be Chapman. He will throw that over to first, and that will retire the side. A double and a walk, but the Phillies cannot do anything with it. It is now 2-0 New York after 2. Stadium groans. Ugh. Phillies get an opportunity, but they can't take advantage of it. As Dice Baseball Digest now joins us here at Veterans Stadium. We are going to keep this going here as we're getting ready to step into the top of the third. Leading off for the Mets, looking at the heart of their order, is Keith Hernandez. Hernandez walked his first time up. Carlton has been very shaky tonight. He's already given up 4 walks. 2 runs. Actually, he's got a pretty bad line tonight. Carlton will get the sign from Wackenfuss. He will set, and here comes the pitch. 246. Carlton against the lefty. 246. Hernandez is going to get frozen by the heat for strike 3, and that is out number 1. Carter, now the batter. Carter has a walk his first time up. Carlton will get the sign from Wackenfuss. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 392. That sounds like it could be trouble, and yeah, that is going to be trouble with a boom! High, deep, gone. Home run, Gary Carter. 3-0 in favor of the Mets. Stadium groans. Ugh. Next batter is Strawberry. Strawberry struck out his first time up. By the way, if you want the historical score, the Mets historically won this game 1-0. As you can see, so far, Season Ticket seems to think the Mets should have put more runs on the board in this one. Carlton will get the sign from Wackenfuss. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is going to be a 196, and that's going to be a bloop single as Strawberry will reach base. The Phillies may be looking for the hook here for Carlton pretty soon. He's having a very shaky night. By the way, Dice Baseball Digest, I do want to give you a heads up that if I don't respond to your message right away, don't panic. I usually only check in at the bottom, at every half inning. But I'll make a special check-in there just to give you that heads up. Foster now is the batter. Foster tonight is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. The infield is at double play depth. And the Phillies are probably going to be starting to look for long relief here pretty soon, but they'll see what Carlton can do here to maybe get a little bit deeper into this game. Carlton will get the sign from Wockenfuss. He will set, and here's the pitch. 405. And that is going to be Carlton's 5th walk on the night, and now we are going to get some activity in the Phillies bullpen. Carlton just does not have it tonight from the looks of it. Gardenhire now is the batter. Whoop. If we can stand him up on the business card holders, that would be great. Gardenhire tonight has a walk. And we are going to get some activity in the Phillies bullpen as they're looking for long relief here. They are going to go to... who are they going to get warming up in the Phillies bullpen? The Phillies are going to get... Who's their... Let's see. They're going to get... They need long relief too badly, and I don't play every single game. The Phillies are going to get Shane Raleigh warming up in the bullpen. Come on. The Phillies are looking at a very rough night tonight. Carlton will get the sign from Wockenfuss. He will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. That is a 490. Gardenhire against the lefty, 490. Is going to be a fly ball into center field. Getting under that one for the Phillies is going to be Hayes. He will make the catch. 2 outs in the inning, but both runners will move up. Strawberry will make third. Foster will make second. Right? No. Oh, probably only a runner on second would move up. Right. Batter now is Santana. Santana tonight has a walk as well. Carlton in a runners on the corners jam. He will get the sign from Wockenfuss. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 693. That sounds like trouble. 693, that will clear the bases. Actually, that's going to be a double. And the Phillies are having a rough night. Strawberry will score. Foster will make third. Santana over to second. 4-0 in favor of the Mets. Stadium groans. Ugh. And here's Gooden. Gooden had a sacrifice bunt his first time up. Carlton trying to get out of the inning. Mets are saying, not so fast. Carlton will get the sign from Wockenfuss. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 544. That'll send us over to the second baseman's card. Samuel is the second baseman. 544 is going to be a ground ball over to second. Samuel will pick that one up himself. He'll fire that over to Corcoran at first, and that will end the inning. But another big inning for the Mets. 2 runs on 3 hits and a walk. A solo bomb by Gary Carter. It is now 4-0 Mets as we get set for the bottom of the third. Checking in with chat. A little black magic from Santana. Yeah, no kidding. The Phillies really do not want to go to the bullpen this early in the game. And I don't think they're going to just yet. They're going to see if Carlton can... Do they want to go to the bullpen this early, though? No, I think they're going to see... This is a tough one if you're the Phillies, because on the one hand, you're already down 4-0. On the other, you don't want to start going into your bullpen this early, not when you've got such a good pitcher on the hill. And they don't want to burn it. They already had to burn one pinch hitter when they had to bring in a replacement catcher when Wackenfuss got tossed. So I think, as much as the Phillies want to go to the bullpen, I think Steve Carlton is going to bat. A very bad situation as Virgil arguing with the umpire early in this game is now coming back to haunt the Phillies. Gooden, though, will get the sign from Carter as Carlton steps into the batter's box. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is going to be his 6-11, which will turn into his 6-21, and that's going to be popped up on the infield. Getting under that at second base for the Mets is Chapman. He will make the play, and that's out number 1. Samuel now steps into the batter's box. Samuel struck out his first time up. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 360 coming off of Samuel's card, and Samuel's going to get frozen by the high heat for strike 3, out number 2. Two outs, and Stone now is the batter. Stone tonight is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is going to be a 199 off of Gooden's card. That'll be a ground ball over to first. Hernandez will grab that. He will take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Phillies here in the bottom of the third. Score is now 4-0 Mets after 3. And the Phillies know they are in a predicament tonight for sure. Carlton will finish up his warm-up tosses as leading off the top of the 4th. We have Mookie Wilson. Wilson tonight is 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Carlton will get the sign from Wackenfuss. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 121, which is going to be a ground ball over to first. Picking that one up at first for the Phillies is going to be Corcoran. He will make the play as Carlton comes over to cover. That will be out number 1. Chapman now steps into the batter's box. Chapman is 0 for 2 tonight. Carlton will get the sign from Wackenfuss. He will set. Here's the windup, and here is the offering. 278. Carlton against a righty. 278 is going to be a 558. That'll take us over to Schmidt's card on a 558. And that is going to be a base hit into right field. Chapman could try to stretch that. The right fielder is Gross with a 5 arm. Chapman with a 2 speed. He's going to stay put. The infield will go to double play depth, and Hernandez now the batter. Hernandez tonight is 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. Chapman, not much of a threat to try to steal here. He will stay put. Carlton will get the sign from Wackenfuss. He will set. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. 157. Coming off of Carlton's card, 157. That is going to be Carlton's 6th walk on the night, and that is probably going to be it for Steve Carlton. He just has been one of the Phillies' worst problems tonight. We'll stop in while Digital Diamond catches up. And Carter now is the batter. Carter with a solo bomb back in the third, and that is going to be it for Steve Carlton. He just does not have it tonight at all. He leaves very much on the hook for the loss in this one. And as much as the Phillies don't want to, they have absolutely no choice here. They have got to go to the bullpen this early. Coming in to pitch for the Phillies is going to be Shane Rawley, 13-8 with a 3.31 ERA, 198 and 2/3 innings pitched, 106 strikeouts, 81 walks, and 16 homers in 85. Rawley is tasked with Carlton's first and second base runners. Rawley will get the sign from Wockenfuss. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 694. That sounds like a lot of trouble. And Carter is going to do it again as he's going to as Rawley's going to come in, and immediately the bases are going to get cleared with a triple. And the Phillies just can do nothing right tonight. Chapman and Hernandez will both score. Carter will end up at third, 6-0 in favor of the Mets. Stadium barfs. Blah. Batter now is Strawberry. Strawberry is 1 for 2 with a single. Rawley will get the sign from Wockenfuss. He will set. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. 215. Rawley against the lefty is going to a 415, and Rawley is also going to walk Strawberry. This looks like it's going to be a very rough night if you're a Phillies fan. Infield at double play depth, and Foster now steps into the batter's box. Foster tonight is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Honestly, RJL would probably be thrilled if he saw what was going on here with the Mets on the board. But Rawley will get the sign from Wockenfuss. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is going to be a 490 against the lefty. 490 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Getting under that one is going to be Hayes. He will make the catch for 2 outs, but Carter will come in to score on the sac fly. So Foster's out. Carter will come in to score. 7-0 in favor of the Mets. And we're probably going to see Veterans Stadium empty here pretty soon as the fans look to beat traffic. Here's Gardenhire. Gardenhire is 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. Rawley will get the sign from Wockenfuss. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 547. That sounds like nothing good. Second baseman is Samuel. 547 is going to be a base hit into right field. And the Phillies cannot get out of their own way. Right fielder for the Phillies is Gross. He's got a 6 arms. Strawberry will hold at second. And the hit parade continues for the Mets as they extend the inning. Here's Santana. Santana is 1 for 1 with a double and a walk. Rawley proving to be as ineffective as Carlton was tonight. But Rawley will get the sign from Wockenfuss. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 226 coming against the righty. 226 is going to be a ground ball over to second. Picking that one up is going to be Samuel. He will make the play, and that will retire the side. Almost like the Phillies are going through the motions at this point. The Mets send 8 to the plate, score 3 runs. Score 3 runs on 3 hits and 2 walks as we get set for the bottom of the 4th. Catching up with chat while Gooden goes through his warm-up tosses. And None of Your Business now joins us here at Veterans Stadium. And the only time there are really balls in this game, it's not written into the rules, but I house rule that on a wild pitch, you have ball one. And if a pitcher throws 4 wild pitches in a row, then they get to first base. Again, house rule. But yes, if you're a Phillies fan, you are not liking what you see here tonight in the slightest. As I'll step back into Digital Diamond, and I'll see you guys for the top of the 5th. Leading off the bottom of the 4th, we've got Greg Gross. Gross tonight is 0 for 1. Gooden has got to be feeling mighty good tonight, as his offense came to play tonight. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is going to be a 6-0-3, which will turn into a 6-13. And Gross is going to swing through a curveball for strike 3, out number 1. As a fun fact, so far in this replay, in the feature games, the home team has yet to win, and I don't think that'll change tonight unless we get a miracle. Mike Schmidt is the batter. He might start the miracle, though. He had a double his first time up. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 1-15, a 3-15, and Schmidt's going to swing through that one for strike 3, out number 2. Never mind what I said about Schmidt starting the miracle. 2 outs in the inning, and the batter now is Hayes. Hayes flew out his first time up. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. That is a 5-46. Second baseman is Chapman, and a 5-46 is going to be a base hit into right field. Strawberry with an arm of 4 in right field. Hayes with a speed of 4. He's going to stay at first base, though. The Phillies need base runners way too badly in this one. Just the second hit the Phillies have tonight. Corcoran now stepping into the batter's box. Corcoran grounded out his first time up. Gooden trying to get the Mets out of the inning with no damage. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is going to be a 261, coming against a lefty, 261. And Corcoran's going to swing through the curveball for strike 3. That will retire the side. Nothing across except the single for the Phillies. It is now 7-0 New York after 4. I'll tell you, if April is anything to go by, this Mets team could be one to keep an eye on when we start getting into August and September. Checking in with chat real quick. To throw 4 wild pitches, that would be a really bad pitcher. Anything can happen. Top of the 5th coming up, and Dwight Gooden will be the batter. Gooden tonight is 0 for 1 with a sacrifice hit. He will bat. He's actually pitching quite the marvelous game tonight. Raleigh will get the sign from Rockenfuss. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 359. 300 requires us to look at Gooden's contact rating, which is a 3. 359. He's going to swing through the heat for strike 3, out number 1. One out, and the batter now is Wilson. Wilson tonight having quite the night. He's 2 for 3 with a single and a double and 2 RBI. Raleigh will get the sign from Wockenfuss. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 220. Raleigh against a switch right. 220 goes to a 420, which is coming off of Wilson's card against the lefty, and that'll be a ground ball over to second. Picking that one up is going to be Samuel. He will make the play, and that's out number 2. 2 outs, and Chapman now is the batter. Chapman tonight is 1 for 3 with a single. Raleigh will get the sign from Wockenfuss. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 419. Chapman coming against the lefty. 419 is going to be lined right to shortstop. And Jeltz will put his glove up in self-defense as the ball will slam into it, and that will retire the side. For the first time all night, 1, 2, 3 go the Mets here in the top of the 5th. Stadium sarcastically cheers. Yippee! As we get set for the bottom of the 5th. Leading off the bottom of the 5th for the Phillies, we've got John Wockenfuss. Wockenfuss tonight has a walk. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 571. That's going to be over to the left fielder. Left fielder is Foster, and 571 is going to be an easy fly ball into left field. Foster will have plenty of room for that one. He will make the catch, and that is out number 1. Jeltz now stepping into the batter's box. Jeltz grounded out his first time up. Gooden gets the sign from Carter. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 593, actually a 539. That sounds like he's going to get on base. First baseman is Hernandez on a 539. That is going to be a base hit into right field. Strawberry, though, is going to get that ball in quickly, and Jeltz will hold it first, and that'll be just the 3rd hit for the Phillies tonight. Infield will move to double play depth as Raleigh is going to bat. The Phillies need to go to the I was going to say they need to go to the bullpen, but I think they want to try to get some innings out of Raleigh before they start bringing in their relievers. This is a tough situation if you're the Phillies, though. Raleigh has yet to bat tonight. But could he try to lay down the bunt here? He's got a bunt rating of 5. That is not a great bunt rating, but I think I think they are going to lay down the bunt here. So Raleigh is going to lay down the bunt as Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set. Here's the pitch for the bunt. That is a 5 plus 14 for a 19, and that'll be a good sacrifice. So Raleigh will get that bunt down. We'll say that's hit to third base, as the corners probably would have come in expecting the bunt. Jeltz will go to second. Raleigh will get thrown out at first. 2 outs in the inning. And the batter now is Samuel. Samuel tonight is 0 for 2. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set. Fans at Veterans Stadium slowly thinking about leaving. Gooden will set, and here's the pitch. 317 coming off of Samuel's card, and he's going to swing through the slider for strike 3, and that will retire the side. A single and a sacrifice hit, but the Phillies are not able to do anything with it. Score remains 7-0 Mets after 5. Readjust that. Catching up with chat real quick. Digital Diamond tells me who long relief, setup, and closer can be. Yep, they tell me all of that, but season tickets also got some of that. Where if you look on the card for season ticket, if a pitcher has a 5/2 like Raleigh does, that means when he starts, you go 5 innings. If he comes in relief, he can go up to 2 before being subject to fatigue. And then there's a designated CL for closer on the cards. That's generally what I go by for who can be the long relief. And I'm pretty sure, but yes, Digital Diamond does tell me that as well. Let me just double check here. Yeah, it does tell me all of that in Digital Diamond. Top of the 6th coming up, and Hernandez now the batter. Hernandez tonight is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and 2 walks. We are probably not going to be too far from the Phillies getting some more activity in the bullpen, but they're looking to get a little deeper into this game with Raleigh, as the Phillies bullpen is really not that great tonight. Raleigh will get the sign from Wackenfuss. He will set, and here's the pitch. That is a 300. And Hernandez is going to get frozen by a curveball for strike 3, out number 1. One out in the inning, and Carter now is the batter. Carter is 2 for 2 with a homer and a triple. Raleigh will get this. Actually, Raleigh, 2, 3, full inning. Okay, Raleigh is now subject to fatigue. Raleigh will get the sign from Wackenfuss. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 664. That sounds outish, and that will be grounded over to first. Corcoran will get to that one at first. He will throw that over to Raleigh as Raleigh comes over to cover. 2 outs in the inning. Two outs, and Strawberry now is the batter. Strawberry's 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Raleigh will get the sign from Wackenfuss. He will set, and here comes the pitch. 488. Strawberry against the lefty. 488. That is going to be a fly ball into center field. Getting under that one is going to be Von Hayes. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. And for just the second time tonight, 1, 2, 3 go the Mets here in the top of the 6th, as we are getting set for the bottom of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th coming up, and leading off for the Phillies, we've got Stone coming to the plate. Stone tonight is 0 for 2. Gooden gets the sign from Carter. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 268. Gooden against the lefty. 268. Stone's going to get frozen by a slider for strike 3, out number 1. I will mention, as I bring the next batter to the plate, that season ticket doesn't normally give you swinging or called third strikes. The way I determine that is based on the roll. If it's even, I generally say it's a called strike 3. If the roll is odd, I'll generally call it a swinging strike 3. Next up is Gross. Gross tonight is 0 for 2. He's flown out and he's struck out. Gooden gets the sign from Carter. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 111. That'll be a 311. And Gross is going to fly that one into left field. Getting under that one in left field is going to be Foster. He will make the catch, and that's out number 2. Two outs in the inning, and Schmidt now is the batter. Schmidt tonight is 1 for 2 with a double. One of the lone bright spots for the Phillies tonight. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is going to be a 164, and a 164 is going to be grounded over to third. Hernandez will pick that one up. Gooden will come over to cover. He'll take the throw, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Phillies here in the bottom of the 6th. Score is now 7-0 Mets after 6. Catching up with chat real quick. ID Jester now joins us here at Veterans Stadium. And you can see what kind of a game we've got brewing here tonight. No, Jester? Top of the 7th, and leading off for the match. Actually, we're going to get some activity here in the Phillies bullpen, as starting to get loose for the Phillies is going to be is going to be Don Carmen getting loose for the Phillies. Leading off the top of the 7th for the Mets, we've got George Foster. Foster tonight is 0 for 2 with a walk. Raleigh will get the sign from Walkenfuss. I'm still not used to saying that name. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 121, which is going to turn into a 321, and Foster is going to swing through a curveball for strike 3, out number 1. Gardenhire now steps into the batter's box. Gardenhire is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk tonight. And I was going to say, he did score a run. Raleigh will get the sign from Walkenfuss as Carmen continues to throw in the Phillies bullpen. Raleigh will set. Here's the windup. And here comes the pitch. That is a 246. Raleigh against a righty. 246 is going to be a ground ball over to third. Schmidt will get that one. He'll throw that across the horn, and that's out number 2. Santana now stepping into the batter's box. Santana is 1 for 2 with a double and a walk tonight. Raleigh will get the sign from Walkenfuss. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 405 coming off of Santana against the lefty. 405 is going to be grounded right back to Raleigh. Raleigh will throw that over to Corcoran at first, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Mets here in the top of the 7th. We are at the 7th inning stretch. As usual, I will not torture you guys with my rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. I will, however, take a small break. Don't forget, we still have Fast Score coming up after tonight's game, because we need to know how the rest of the majors did. Our next game will be tomorrow night. It'll be April 23rd, 1985. We will be at, I think, the Metrodome, but let me look. Yes, we will be at the Metrodome tomorrow night for an American League West matchup, as we will be getting a matchup of bookends of the American League West coming into tonight's action. The AL West leading Seattle Mariners will be in town to play against the AL West bottom Minnesota Twins. Salome Barojas will be starting for the Mariners, and Frank Viola will be on the hill for the Twins. Mariners, Twins at the Metrodome tomorrow night. Coming back to business here in the bottom of the 7th as Gooden finishes up his warm-up tosses. Stepping into the batter's box for the Phillies is Hayes. Hayes tonight is 1 for 2 with a single. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is going to be a 640, which will turn into a 650, and that's going to be grounded over to third. Picking that one up is going to be Gardenhire. He will throw that across the horn for the first out of the inning. Batter now is Corcoran. Corcoran is 0 for 2 tonight. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 134, and Corcoran's going to get frozen by the high heat for strike 3, out number 2. Wockenfuss now the batter. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. That is a 271. Gooden against a righty with a 271. Wockenfuss swings through a changeup for strike 3, and that retires the side. We have said this a lot more, but 1-2-3 go the Phillies here in the bottom of the 7th. Mets lead by as many runs after 7. Mariners have control of the AL West right now, but it is very early in the season. We can't really take much for standing seriously in April. What we can take seriously, though, is that Shane Rawley, and yes, Cubs lead the NL East, and the Mets are trying to keep up. Actually, the Mets right now are 2 games behind the Cubs, tied with the Cardinals, the historical World Series champions. Yep, by 7 after 7. 7-0. Rawley is going to come out of the game. Let me get back into Digital Diamond. Rawley is going to come out of the game, and coming in to pitch for the Phillies, once Digital Diamond decides it wants to cooperate with me. There we go. Coming in to pitch for the Phillies is going to be Don Carmen. 9-4 with a 2.08 ERA. 86 1/3 innings pitched. 87 strikeouts, 38 walks, 6 homers, and 85. Leading off the top of the 8th, they're going to let Dwight Gooden bat. He's pitching a gem tonight. He's not batting too well, though. He's 0 for 2 with the sacrifice hit. Carmen will get the sign from Wockenfuss. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is going to be a 417. We're looking at Gooden's I rating. His I is a 3. On a 417, that's going to be a ground ball over to short. Picking that one up is going to be Jeltz. He will make the play, and that's out number 1. Wilson now stepping into the batter's box. Wilson is 2 for 4 with a single and a double. Carmen will get the sign from Wockenfuss. He will set, and here comes the pitch. 193. That sounds like trouble. Never mind. 193 is going to be lined right at the second baseman. And Samuel puts his glove up. Pow! And the ball will slam into it for out number 2. Just updating my line score here. Two outs, and Chapman now the batter. Chapman is 1 for 4 with a single. Carmen will get the sign from Wockenfuss. He will set. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. That is a 357 coming off of Chapman's card. 357 is going to be a ground ball over to short. Jeltz will get to that one. He will pick that up, fire that over to first, and that will retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Mets here in the top of the 8th. Higher Ground Gaming now joins us here at Veterans Stadium. Survived Jester's number 100 to 41 so far, so we needed a sanity check. Well, unfortunately, I haven't been able to stop by and check it out myself, but if you guys are interested, he's doing his top 100 board games of all time on his channel, so go check that out as you can. I haven't been able to do mine yet because I got wrapped up in this project right away to start the year. I don't know when mine will be coming out, probably sometime in the off-season. But back to business. Heading into the bottom of the 8th, Jeltz now is the batter. We are going to get some activity in the Phillies bullpen as Pat Zachary is going to start getting loose. Jeltz tonight is 1 for 2 with a single. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. We are looking at a 559. That sounds like he's gonna get on base. Third baseman is Gardenhire. 559 is going to be actually 559. Yeah, Gardenhire is the third baseman tonight. He will actually end up making an error on that one, which will not count against Gooden's fatigue, but it will put Jeltz on at first. Gooden looks over to Gardenhire like, what are you doing over there, buddy? Infield at double play depth, and Carmen is going to come out of the game. The Phillies need to get some offense going here. Coming in to pinch it for the Phillies, I think they're going to go to the heavy artillery here. They're going to go to John Russell. 218 average, 9 homers, 23 RBI in 85. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 3-0-2. And Russell's going to get frozen by a changeup for strike 3, out number 1, I should say. Come on. One out as Russell heads back to the dugout. Batter now is Samuel. Samuel tonight is 0 for 3. He's struck out every time he's been at the plate. Gooden has had his A game. Carlton, well, didn't. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set, and here comes the pitch. 439. Samuel against a righty. 439 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Coming under that one for the Mets is going to be Strawberry. He will make the catch for out number 2. Stadium is pretty much empty at this point, if I'm being perfectly honest. Stone now the batter, as the team seem to be going through the motions. Stone is 0 for 3. He's struck out twice tonight. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 564. That sends us over to the shortstop. Shortstop is Santana. 564 is going to be a ground ball over to short. Santana will pick that one up. He'll take that to the bag himself at second, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except the error for the Phillies. It is still 7-0 Mets after 8. And the fans, yes, let me catch up with chat. And then, yes, I know Digital Diamond is yelling at me that the Phillies need a new pitcher. Let's see, what are we saying? Watch out for Eldritch Horror's rating. Oh, dear. When you get done, you can't wait to see the worker placement games, okay? Did Gooden come into the dugout between innings and come out with something dangling from his nose? I don't know what happened with Gooden tonight, but he's actually been really effective tonight. Anyway, coming back to business, the Phillies need a starting pitcher. Coming in to pitch for the Phillies is going to be the aforementioned, once Digital Diamond decides it wants to cooperate with me tonight, it'll be Pat Zachary coming in to pitch. No wins, no losses, 4.26 ERA, 12 2/3 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, 11 walks, 1 homer in 85. Hernandez now leading off the top of the 9th. Hernandez is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, but also 2 walks. Okay, let me just make a note here. Zachary will get the sign from Walkenfuss. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 416. Hernandez against a righty for the first time. A 416 is going to be a ground ball over to second. Grabbing that one is going to be Samuel. He will make the play for out number 1. Up next now is Carter. Carter tonight is 2 for 3 with a walk, a homer, and a triple. He's having a pretty good night tonight. Zachary will get the sign from Walkenfuss. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 259. Carter against a righty. Actually, no. Zachary against a righty with a 259. That'll be a ground ball over to short. Picking that one up is Jelt. He will make the play, and that'll be 2 outs in the inning. Strawberry now the batter. Strawberry tonight is 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Zachary will get the sign from Walkenfuss. He will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. That is a 535, sending us over to the first baseman. That is Corcoran. 535 is going to be a base hit into right field. Strawberry looking at testing Gross, and he's going to think better of it. That'll be a base hit for Strawberry. It'll also be Zachary's first point of pitcher fatigue. Foster will step into the batter's box as Digital Diamond catches up. Foster tonight is 0 for 3. He's struck out twice. Zachary will get the sign from Walkenfuss. He will set, and here comes the pitch. 454. Foster against a righty with a 454. And that's going to be a base hit. Strawberry should make third on the play. Actually, Strawberry I think will go to second. That's a 1B plus. Let's just double check that that's where we end up. Okay. Gardenhire now steps into the batter's box. Gardenhire is 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Second point of pitcher fatigue for Zachary. Zachary now in a jam with 2 outs. He will get the sign from Walkenfuss. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 229. Zachary against a righty 229 is going to be a 429. And that's going to be a walk, and the bases are full of Mets. Not something you want to see if you're a Phillies fan tonight. Phillies troubles continuing tonight. We are going to get some activity in the Mets bullpen as Santana steps into the batter's box. Santana has cleared the bases once tonight with a double. We're going to get some more activity in the Phillies bullpen as starting to get loose is going to be Larry Anderson. Zachary will get the sign from Walkenfuss. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is going to be a 352 coming off of Santana's card. That is going to be popped up on the infield. Getting under that at first is going to be Corcoran. Actually, I forgot to update with the walk on the score sheet. Now, as I was saying, that's popped up on the infield. Getting under that at first base is going to be Corcoran. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. 2 hits and a walk, but the Mets aren't able to do anything with it. As we get ready for the bottom of the 9th. Question we have to answer now is, will we see some 9th inning magic? I know if RJL was here, he would want to see all of the 9th inning magic. He would want to see the Mets collapse. Touching in with chat. Gooden was 24-4 with a 1.53 ERA and is only Cy Young in 85. Good to know on that one. So it's probably not a big surprise that he's been very dominant tonight. He will have to face. He is going to come out to pitch and try to finish the complete game. Leading off the bottom of the 9th for the Phillies, though, is the heart of the order. Greg Gross steps into the batter's box. Gross is 0 for 3 tonight. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 485. Gross against a righty, 485. That's going to be lifted into center field. Getting under that one for the Mets is going to be Wilson. He will make the catch for out number 1. Even the few fans that are left here at Veterans Stadium standing in appreciation of the performance that Gooden's put on tonight. Schmidt now the batter. Schmidt is 1 for 3 with a double. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 121, which turns into a 321, and Schmidt swings through the high heat for strike 3, out number 2. And the last chance for the Phillies comes down to Von Hayes tonight. Hayes, though, is 1 for 3 with a single. Gooden trying to go the distance on a gem tonight. Gooden will get the sign from Carter. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 260, we'll call that a 269. That'll be Gooden against the lefty, 269. And Hayes swings through the changeup for strike 3. That's your game. The New York Mets take this one from the Phillies by a final score of 7-0. Stadium is basically empty, if we're being perfectly honest. Final line score coming up. For the Mets, 7 runs on 10 hits and 1 error. For the Phillies, no runs on 3 hits and no errors. Dwight Gooden goes the complete game and gets the win with 13 strikeouts. Steve Carlton takes the loss. But we are not done yet. We still have to ask the rest of the majors. We still have to ask how the rest of the majors fared. And in order to find out, we need to go ask Fast Score. So bear with me while I get a little bit of cleaning up. And indeed, Mets attempts to make it double digits, but they don't get there. And Mets may be really good. That's a team we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on as we move through 85. As for the Phillies, they may be already starting to look at the next replay after a game like this on the board. But yes, this Mets team, as we've established, is definitely one to keep your eyes on. It is now time to ask how the rest of the majors fared in this block. And to do that, we are going to ask Fast Score Baseball to help us out with that. The Mets, so Dwight Gooden goes the distance and leads the Mets to a 7-0 win over the Phillies. But now let's find out how the rest of the majors did. First up here on April 19th, we're looking at the Mariners and the Angels. Before I do that, I'm just going to make my color notes up top. Mariners and the Angels. Mariners, 941 is 4. Angels, 662 is 6. That is a win for the Angels. Red Sox and the White Sox as the American League Fashion Show continues. Red Sox, 1143 is 5. White Sox, 1561 is 8. That is a win for the White Sox. Royals and the Tigers. Royals, 633 is 3. Tigers, 455 is 5. That is a win for the Tigers. Rangers and the Brewers. Rangers, 1315 is 2. Brewers, 1064 is 8. That is a win for the Brew Crew. Indians and the Yankees. Indians, 655 is 5. Yankees, 1722 is 3. That is a win for the Indians. Twins and the A's. Twins, 1264 is 8. A's, 1426 is 4. The Twins double up the A's to take that one. Orioles and the Blue Jays. We've got a battle of birds. Orioles, 922 is 2. Blue Jays, 1126 is 3. That one goes to the Bluebirds. Astros and the Braves. Astros, 1015 is 2. Braves, 813 is 1. That is a win for the Astros. Giants and the Reds are both 9s. Giants and the Reds. Giants roll a 31. That is 3. Reds roll a 55. That is 6. And the Reds take that one. Cubs and the Expos. Cubs, actually both of the teams are 7s. Cubs roll a 65. That is 8. Expos roll a 46. That is 4. And the Cubs will double up the Expos. Dodgers and the Padres. Dodgers, 713 is 1. Padres, 513 is also 1. They will have extras. Dodgers roll a 6 plus 0. San Diego rolls a 4 plus 0. That'll be a win for LA in extras. Pirates and the Cardinals. Pirates, 413 is nothing. Cardinals, 1443 is 5. And the Cardinals shut out the Pirates. April 20th, Mariners and the Angels. Mariners, 721 is 2. Angels, 1446 is 6. And that is a win for the Halos. Red Sox and the White Sox. Red Sox, 1025 is 3. White Sox, 1252 is 6. That is a win for the White Sox. Royals and the Tigers. Royals, 813 is 1. Tigers, 1016 is 2. That's a win for the Kitty Cats. Rangers and the Brewers. Rangers, 921 is 2. Brewers, 1234 is 4. And that's another win for the Beer Makers. Indians and the Yankees. Indians, 924 is 3. Yankees, 2816 is 5. That's a win for the Yankees. Twins and the A's. Twins, 1426 is 4. A's, 1336 is 5. That game will belong to the A's. Battle of the Birds once again. Orioles and the Blue Jays. Orioles, 1633 is 5. Blue Jays, 756 is 6. That is a win for the Blue Jays once again. Astros and the Braves. Astros, 1932 is 5. Braves, 842 is 4. That's a win for the Astros. Giants and the Reds. Giants, 323 is 2. Reds, 1021 is also 2. They will go to extras. Giants roll a 3, minus 1 is 2. Reds roll a 5, plus 2 is 7. In extras, that game belongs to the Reds. Cubs and the Expos, both 8s. Cubs roll a 46, that is 5. Expos roll a 35, that is 4. That game belongs to the Baby Bears. Mets and the Phillies. Mets 1134 is 4. Phillies 926 is 3. And the Mets continue their winning ways. Dodgers and the Padres. Dodgers 766 is 9. Padres 1844 is 6. The Dodgers will take that one. Pirates and the Cardinals. Pirates 213 is 0. Cardinals 1345 is 5. And the Cardinals run back the score from the 19th on to April 21st. Mariners and the Angels. Mariners 962 is 7. Angels 1834 is 5. And that's a win for the Mariners. Red Sox and the White Sox. Red Sox 1542 is 5. White Sox 724 is 2. And the Red Sox finally get a win. Royals and the Tigers. Royals 1355 is 7. Tigers 944 is 5. That's a win for Kansas City. Rangers and the Brewers. Rangers 1014 is 1. Brewers 1352 is 6. That is a win for another win for the Brew Crew. Indians and the Yankees. Indians 1243 is 5. Yankees 1635 is also 5. They will go to extras. Indians roll a 3, minus 3 is 0. Yankees roll a 3, minus 2 is 1. That game will go to the Yankees in extras. Twins and the A's. Twins 1961 is 9. A's 1653 is 7. And the Twins will win a shootout. Orioles and the Blue Jays. Orioles 833 is 3. Blue Jays 1424 is also 3. Say it with me, kids. They will have extras. Orioles roll a 4, minus 2 is 2. Blue Jays roll a 5, plus 0. That game will go to the Bluebirds in extras. Astros and the Braves. Astros 1842 is 6. Braves 913 is 1. That game will go to the Astros. Giants and the Reds. Giants 333 is 2. Reds 946 is 5. And that game belongs to the Reds. Cubs and the Expos. Cubs 911 is a goose egg. Expos 533 is 3. That game goes to the Expos. Mets and the Phillies. Mets 1345 is 5. Phillies 846 is also 5. Once again, they will have extras. Mets roll a 2, plus 0. Phillies roll a 2, minus 3 is -1. And the Mets will take that one in extras. Dodgers and the Padres. Dodgers, 5-11 is a goose egg. Padres, 2-11. Wow! Also a goose egg. Neither team wants to win that game, but they go to extras. Somebody has to win it. Dodgers roll a 1+0. Padres roll a 6+0. That game will go to the Padres in extras, aka the game nobody wanted to win. Pirates and the Cardinals. Pirates, 564 is 7. Cardinals, 15-11 is a goose egg. And the Pirates actually get a win. On to April 22nd. A's and the Angels. A's, 12-25 is 3. Angels, 8-36 is 4. I was about to say we're going to have extras again, but no, the Halos will take that one. Brewers and the White Sox. Brewers, 11-13 is 1. White Sox, 12-36 is 4. The White Sox will take that one. Tigers and the Indians. Tigers, 21-33 is 5. Indians, 7-46 is 4. That one belongs to the Tigers. Mariners and the Twins. We will be at the Metrodome tomorrow night. Mariners, 13-45 is 5. Actually, both teams are 13s. Twins roll a 53. That is 6. That game belongs to the Twins. Could that be an indication of what's to come tomorrow night? Tune in and find out. Orioles and the Rangers. Orioles, 10-35 is 4. Rangers, 9-55 is 6. That is a win for the Rangers. Royals and the Blue Jays. Royals, 153 is 4. Blue Jays, 541 is 3. That's a win for the Royals. Reds and the Astros. Reds, 753 is 5. Astros, 1134 is 4. That's a win for the Reds. Phillies and the Expos. Phillies, 522 is 2. Expos, 665 is 8. That is a win for the Expos. Cubs and the Pirates. Cubs, 13-15 is 2. Pirates, 1144 is 5. And the Pirates get to hang the Jolly Roger. Braves and the Padres. Braves, 556 is 5. Padres, 1033 is 4. That's a win for the Braves. Dodgers and the Giants. Dodgers, 913 is 1. Giants, -216 is 0. That is a win for the Dodgers. Last up, Mets and the Cardinals. Mets, 024 is 1. Cardinals, 2734 is a lot more than that. That's going to be 7. And that'll be a fairly easy win for the Cardinals. And that will do it for Block 4 of Season Ticket Baseball. We're going to have a busy day on the channel. Tomorrow we'll be making the appetizer for Mystical Munchies out of the Marvel Eat the Universe cookbook, Loki's Krokakor. We'll also have Block 5 of my 1985 replay and Season Ticket Baseball, as we will be at the Metrodome tomorrow night for April 23rd, 1985, as the Seattle Mariners will be hosting the Minnesota Twins. Once again, Salome Barojas going for the Mariners and Frank Viola for the Twins. As for Sunday, we will be starting the winter campaign in Arkham Horror, the card game. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone. Dwight Gooden goes the distance tonight as the New York Mets defeat the Philadelphia Phillies by a final score of 7-0. Once again, take care.